My 18th birthday. There was no cake. There was only a single black canvas duffel bag sitting on the front porch and my father holding the screen door half closed. My mother stood behind him checking her watch. She didn't even look me in the eye. "You're an adult now, Ethan," my father said, his voice entirely devoid of emotion. "We've done our job. Figure it out." Then the door clicked shut. I heard the deadbolt turn. I stood on that porch for 10 minutes, listening to the hum of the air conditioner, waiting for them to laugh and open the door. They never did. My brother Leo, who was 14 at the time, watched me from the second-story window. He was holding a glass of juice, his expression completely blank. He didn't wave. I walked away with $90 in my pocket and a bag of old clothes. For the first 2 years, I lived in survival mode. I slept in a 24-hour diner on the nights I couldn't afford a motel. I worked 2 jobs, sometimes 3, washing dishes and moving boxes until my hands bled. I didn't let the bitterness consume me. Instead, I let it freeze. I turned my anger into a quiet, calculated drive. I taught myself coding at the public library, got an entry-level tech support job, and spent 18 hours a day working and learning. 8 years later, I bought my first house. It was a beautiful 4-bedroom Craftsman in a quiet, upscale neighborhood. It represented every sleepless night, every skipped meal, and every tear I had refused to cry. And then they showed up. I was watering the lawn when a dusty sedan pulled into my driveway. My heart stopped for a fraction of a second as my parents and Leo stepped out. Leo was 22 now, looking bloated and disheveled. My parents looked older, tired, and remarkably eager. "Ethan!" my mother cried, rushing forward as if she hadn't spent nearly a decade ignoring my existence. She tried to hug me, but I stepped back, holding the hose like a barrier. My father cleared his throat, looking up at the house with greedy, calculating eyes. "You've done well for yourself, son. We always knew you had it in you. What do you want?" I asked. My voice was a flat, dead calm. My mother's smile faltered, replaced by a practiced, trembling look of desperation. "Ethan, we need to talk. It's about Leo. His girlfriend is pregnant, and, well, things are tight. Very tight." My father stepped in, his old authoritarian tone trying to mask his desperation. "We had to take out a second mortgage on our house to help Leo start his business, but it went under. The bank is foreclosing on us next month." I didn't say a word. I just watched them. "We talked about it as a family," my mother said, her voice dropping to a theatrical whisper. "You have this huge house, Ethan, just you. It's not right. We think you should sign the deed over to Leo, or at least move into an apartment and let them have it. Family comes first, Ethan. You have to support your brother." Leo nodded, crossing his arms. "Yeah, man. You owe us. You got the easy way out." "We're drowning here." The easy way out. The memory of sleeping on a cold concrete floor in a public park flashed through my mind. I looked at my father. "Family comes first?" I repeated slowly. "Yes," my father said, puffing out his chest. "We are your parents. We gave you life. You wouldn't be the man you are today if we hadn't pushed you out of the nest. You owe us this." I slowly turned off the hose. I wiped my hands on my jeans. "You're right," I said. My mother gasped, a look of pure triumph spreading across her face. "Oh, Ethan, I knew you'd understand." "I do understand," I said, pulling my phone from my pocket. "And because family comes first, I actually have some news for you. I've been keeping track of you guys." I unlocked my phone and pulled up a digital document. I turned the screen toward my father. His eyes scanned the page. Slowly, the color drained from his face. His mouth fell slightly open. "What is this?" he whispered. "3 months ago, a private holding company bought the distressed debt on your second mortgage." I said, my voice ice cold. "You defaulted on your payments. The bank auctioned the debt and my LLC bought it." My mother frowned, looking between us. "What does that mean?" "It means I don't just own this house." "Mom," I said, looking her dead in the eye, "I own your house, and I am the one foreclosing on you." Leo took a step back, his eyes wide. You can't do that. We're family." I looked at my father, mirroring the exact, emotionless expression he wore on my 18th birthday. "You're adults now," I said softly. "Figure it out." I turned my back on them, walked inside my beautiful house, and locked the door behind me. I didn't look out the window as they screamed and banged on the glass, and I didn't look back when the driveway finally went silent.